Hey guys, Jeff Howard here at FixMyKite and FixMyWing.com. So I want to show you the steps of putting something else back together. Some people really like these videos. So here's the sail. So the foil came through the sail, stabbed into the strut. The strut exploded just below the handle. It's going to be a fun one. He did pretty good on this one. But we'll get him back together and guarantee it for the life of this wing. So you can see there's some cuts down here too. Somehow, whatever, it may hit it a couple times. But blown strut, we're going to get it back together. And we've got it taken apart. So now the strut, the bladder's out of here. The bladder will be patched. We've already patched the bladder. And it's looking really good and holding air for at least 48 hours, which is awesome. So we got it taken apart. Now I'm going to go in here and stabilize the material. I always say that in videos, but you go on the back side with Dacron tapes and stabilize this and get it set back up. So then I could come in and get the Dacron put back in this location and double stitch on both sides and get it stabilized and get it back together. So there's the first stage. Just wanted to show you the damage this guy had fun. Looked like it'd been a long swim back in. Leading edge would have stayed inflated. No, this is an F1. They don't put hose clamps on their hoses. So, yeah, you would have been swimming all the way back in no matter where you were because all the air would have been lost. Put a hose clamp on here. If you got an F1 wing, we got thousands of hose clips. Put a hose clip just in case this happens again. At least you could maybe keep it floating or use it as a life raft or something without a big old bag. But anyway, we're going to go put this thing back together and show you the stages. Off to the next one. All right, looks like we've got things stabilized now. So you can see what I mean by stabilized is the rip comes all the way over to this side underneath the handle. Comes up, but it's not separating, so it stays together. By doing that, I use usually 1-inch Dacron taping, and I'll align everything back up, all the rips, get it all put back together so it'll stay in that position. Now I'll come back and get the Dacron. It's probably going to be at least a 2-inch wide Dacron strip that goes in here all the way around so I can get double row 3-step zigzag stitching. And once that's done, the Dacron tape will stay inside and kind of become the second stitch when I run the next. So I run a stitch here and then a stitch out. Anyway, and then we'll move over into the panel replacement. Get that all done and install the bladder. So I'll go to the next stage, get the Dacron, and start some stitching. All right, I'm gonna get this thing stitched up. As you can see here, here's the Dacron. Now it's on there. You can barely see the shading underneath where the tape is. It's holding and stabilizing it. Now I've got the original 175 gram Dacron on the top. Now we're gonna go and get the stitching on it. This is going to be a fun area to stitch. Believe me, I get all these darn challenges. Go underneath this handle, you can't remove it, so it is what it is. Anyway, I got to get double row stitching, 3-step zigzag on both sides, and that will take the complete load, and we will guarantee this repair for the life of this wing if he sells it off. Anyway, all right, I'm going to go get the stitching done, and again, got to go over and get this cell panel replaced as well, but once I have everything, double side tape on the Dacron, everything stuck together, you want to get that stitch as soon as possible. The adhesive is not a permanent adhesive, it is a sticky adhesive, obviously. Anyway, go to some stitching, go to the next step. All right, we got things put back together. I'm going to get this bladder in, but I'll show you where the foil went in here and stabbed a hole. It got a big old arc. It actually ripped it, so it didn't stretch it very much, but a big arc. Anyway, we got the Terrier on here. It's been testing for, I don't know, 48 hours plus. It's all good, ready to go. I'm going to get this thing installed, and then we can pump it up and look at the repair, double stitched stuff. We can look at the repair a little more clean. We got the panel replacement done right here on the F, on the teal color. So I'm going to get this bladder installed, get it pumped up, and finish the video so I can show you guys. All right, got everything finished up. You can see repair here. Double stitching on both sides, Dacron. And what I say by I had to do a 2-step stitching process because you have to get around this handle. So you're able to tuck the handle back in, stitch back in here a little bit, get this side, and then you come over here and start, and then you connect them up underneath the handle. You can see right there. So it's double backed here, double back there, you know, just lock stitch. Anyway, so you have to kind of come here and do this, and then go on the other side of the handle, get up inside of here, and make sure that you want to overlap a little bit. And anyway, stitch it all the way up and around, all the way in there. And then we did the panel replacement right here. Took out that rip where the foil came through and stabbed it. Anyway, those are the repairs. Guaranteed for the life of this wing. So if he sells it on, we will stand behind all of that. We also saved him money on patching of the bladder. So instead of having to replace it or build a new one, that'll save a lot of money there, and it will last. We've got a lot of them. Anyway, there's a blowout repair. Fix my kite and fix my wing. 20 years of experience or more. Later.